Myoho Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo.
Hey, it's really good to see you guys. Yeah, it's been a minute. Yep. Hey, Sean, are you okay? Well, I got a bit of bad news from back home today. Oh no, what happened? Well, one of my neighbors, she lost her husband. Real good bloke, so he was. Sorry to hear that, man. When she called me, she was crying. Tragic. So what happened, Sean? Well, this husband of hers, John was his name, he worked at the Guinness brewery. And so yesterday she gets a knock on her door and two policemen. And right away she knew something was wrong. And sure enough, they tell her, ma'am, your husband has died. Wait a second, is this a joke? No, Jack. It turns out that he had fallen into a big vat of the ale and he drowned. But then Carol, she says, well, at least he went quick. But then the officer says, no, ma'am, I'm sorry, that's just not the case. And it looks like he got out twice to take a piss before he finally drowned. I knew it. What's wrong, Jimmy? You didn't like that one? No, it was good. I just have a little bad news of my own. What's up, bro? Well, I got fired. Oh no, that's a job you really liked, right? Yep. Yeah, my boss got fired and the new guy that came in and just had a different way of doing things and I just couldn't seem to adapt. Well, all I can say is congratulations. Come on, Jack, why do you gotta say that? You know why. Seems a little harsh, Jack. No need to rub salt in the wound. Look, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm actually being serious. In Buddhism, moments like these can be great opportunities for personal growth. And they can actually end up being a springboard. Jimmy knows. Yeah, I guess I understand it theoretically, but it's still depressing. So you're saying Jimmy getting fired is a good thing? I'm saying it has the potential to be a very good thing. I don't quite get you, Jack. A long time ago, a friend of mine told me, a Buddhist friend of mine, he said that there are moments in life where, and he called them crucial moments, and he said there are moments in life where either if you use your Buddhist practice correctly, you can really take a big leap forward. But if you succumb to your own negativity, then you kind of have to go back to where you started. That's kind of interesting. So what kind of advice would you give to your brother here? So Jimmy, here's what I want you to do. I want you to pretend that there's a door in front of you and the door's locked. But on the other side of that door is the life that you've really been dreaming about. Alrighty? Good. Now I want you to start using your Buddhist practice to kick in that door. How do I do that? Well, it's everything that we've always talked about. And it boils down to faith, practice, and study. I heard people talk about that at a couple of the meetings that I went to. Could you tell me a little bit more about that? Sure. So, actually, one of the leaders in our study department used the three wheels of a tricycle to sort of as a metaphor. So the three wheels would be practice for yourself, practice for others, and study. And when you have all three of those wheels going, the seed of your faith is secure and strong, and you're able to overcome obstacles in your life. What do you mean practice for others? Oh yeah, that's when you tell people about Buddhism, trying to, help them with their life, and or just going to meetings, supporting meetings, or sharing your experiences at meetings with other people. Anything along those lines. I see. So how is Jimmy supposed to go about kicking in this door that you were talking about? So Jimmy, just keep doing what you've been doing since you started your practice, but do a little bit more of it now. Do it with more intensity. So just get up a little earlier, study, and chant like there's no tomorrow. Chant like you're trying to squeeze a drop of water out of a handful of dry sand. Do it with that kind of intensity, and you will see results. Okay, I can do that. And also just know that you are going to have a breakthrough, and start acting accordingly. Like, what do you mean? Okay, so in our Buddhism, our behavior is everything. So, we're not going to get anywhere if we go around with a poor me kind of attitude, or worse yet, we're holding grudges. We're not going to have breakthroughs. We're not going to get anywhere. So chant for the absolute happiness of whoever it was that fired you, everybody involved, and chant for the perfect job, and then take massive action. Start sending out those resumes like they're going out of style. Jack, I gotta tell you, I really like that. Yeah, it's what I call having a really positive attitude. What do you think, Jimmy? I think so too. I'm gonna try it. But you haven't found your dream job quite yet, so the next round's on me. What do you say? Okay, talk me into it. Cheers, lads. Cheers. Salud. Salud.
Myoho Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo.